inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Connection made on the out route to Valdes-Scantling. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. they've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. An extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got some space. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 65 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there,
they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And here's Jones again on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught at the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Throwing is Rodgers. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Attack, attack!
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Yellow! Hey, 57, 57!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Now Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Crosby is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes now on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mahomes now to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first thing, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance, and let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road, want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
3rd and 2, Pickett. This one finds Austin out right. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Slot man moves right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yards.
Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 28 yards. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Harris running straight ahead. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And this is going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage and tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Off play action. Pickett. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This complete to Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The give is to Jones.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And the Packers first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson, 51 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Packers 32, Steelers 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field. On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Play action. Here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 35 yards. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They snap it to Smith. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here we go, here we go. Hot 70, hot 70.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert.
But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And some room to roam now. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to work. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
This is Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Good for a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Christian Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Throwing on second and 14, Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
88, Clint. 86, 26.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was third and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
26.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Geno on first down. Going deep for Walker. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Tanner Muse there defensively. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Running right, Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Browns take over at their own 21-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 right at the 30. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 53 yards. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, 2nd down, right back to Hunt. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. The give is to Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Watson completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Watson, off play action. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on second and 10. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Watson looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter from the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 43-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just two scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Melton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Rodgers again now. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off.
maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Dillon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Dillon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The Browns drive about to get started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
In motion is Grant. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Slot man moves right. Second down, here's Chubb again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory. But they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. They begin this drive with Chubb. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go up the middle with Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
We're scoreless after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it second down and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. In motion right is Evans. Brady now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, 56.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Watson. Incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 33 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Second down and goal. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Brady will try again on second down. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now Brady again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have opened the lead up to 30. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
139 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On fourth down, Watson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Over this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Faking the give, now Watson. And it's intercepted in the end zone. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
It's complete, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's William Golston there who fought his way in to make the play. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
That's to his running back, complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.